All right, we're back from a local tournament at Winers Books and Games, and we have our first place winner, Adrian, my boy. How did you do?
I'm doing good.
All right, so I heard you. What kind of spice we on today?
This is post AGOV Rescue Ace.
Ooh, okay. Let's see what you got.
All right. So this is important cards. 3 airlifter.
Oh, good standard number.
And this is where the 1-card combo happens. This one, Hydrant. This is not a 1-card combo by itself because it doesn't really do much for you. This is way more important. You actually want to see this.
Oh, definitely. I could agree to that. The Hydrant is pretty good, though.
But it's still pretty good. You have to run it.
Yeah.
I'll showcase what the cards that you can cheat out this.
Of course.
It's not just the emergency, but there's a new card.
Definitely.
Okay. So, I think this is where a lot of people tend to get debate on is Impulse. I actually run 2 today. The thing about Impulse is it's only bad if Talents and Thrusts are just super heavy. This, like, let's say next format or so. But you still want to run at least like 1. Because you need a way to deal with going second. Going second with this deck is actually very difficult.
Oh, that's your out for Noir, right? That's your out
for Noir, but it's also it fixes your hands that you need board press. It just guarantees you a board presence. So it's like Hobness, but it's not really Hobness at the same time.
That's a good way to compare it. Yeah, I like it. I like it.
The ideal target is Fire Engine. There's like some people who put on the Fire Attacker, which lets you draw cards if the monster is special summon.
Yeah.
I just like the guaranteed board presence because this is another way. That's another reason why this card's also important. It guarantees this.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
It's very, very.
If they special summon, you get your 4, and then you get your more combos.
Yep.
Definitely.
Very important.
Okay.
But this is where Turbulence, best card in the deck. If this resolves, it's insane.
Oh, yeah, the big boy himself, the +4.
And then the real MVP for me is actually this.
Ooh, Preventer.
If you get this in constant rotation with basically any of these guys with Preventer, it's pretty good.
It's almost like a loop. Like
but the Book of Moon did its job. The Book of Moon works, but the floating effect is much better.
Yeah.
Because there's like a play, there are times if you can banish like your Turbulence without like using its effect. Because there are times these are awkward to summon because they do require like Rescue Ace cards to banish. So this banishes like 1 Rescue Ace card. This banishes like 2 Rescue Ace cards. But if you can just cheat out this without the banishing of the Rescue Ace cards,
yeah,
and it's pretty good. And this actually helps.
Of course, definitely. So
then
we
spell
like
cards.
it. Ooh, spell cards are
This is also another way to cheat out emergency.
Best card in the deck, actually, man. This card makes the deck.
This and Preventer made the deck playable.
So good. It's so crazy.
And then the 1-ups. Alert. Rescue. Contain and Extinguish. So these 4 cards, they get the you have the option to get the bonus effect if you Hydrant's on the board, and which is another cool thing about Hydrant is important.
Very,
because
very
you can activate this or this, or even some cases if you want to break boards, which hasn't come up yet, but you can just like break boards with these cards alone, and then it gets the bonus effect of Hydrant for. Like this one, let's see.
Was that contact? Extinguish? That's the pop one.
It's the pop one, but then they can't use his monster effects for that turn. The same name. And then this one you cannot use as a fusion synchro material. This is basically imperm.
Of course, imperm, but he also can't like XYZs, and he also can't attack with it too, I believe.
Yes.
Pretty good.
But this is like but this is also a custom card too, because in case something happens to your traps, you use emergency on your turn. Just set these guys back.
Yeah.
Which is very cool for this field spell. This card's crazy. Because a lot of people don't like this back then, but I still think you have to. You're gonna open hands where you have this and these two together. This has happened a couple times today. Because you already have emergency, you just search this. This is also like extra recursion too.
That's how you beat the grind game.
You beat the grind game, and while I was trying again, playtesting on DB against like Lab. You need a way to get over Lady, because Lady's actually huge.
Of course, and this makes your guys 500 attack points more if you control the monster, right?
If my opponent controls the monster.
Controller controls the monster. Yes.
Yeah. Next, Rhoda, because you do have warriors in the deck, Impulse and Airlifter.
Of course.
And then this is where the nice Yu-Gi-Oh cards times to come in.
Oh no! What do we got?
Wanted, 3 Wanted, and then 1 Dark Black Witch.
There it is. That's the new card right there.
One of the new spell that special summons Hydrant. But what I'm running today is another. Shoutouts to Jesse for this. Is Jet Synchron.
Jet Synchron. There it is. The boy.
If you already open like full combo,
at
most now you can just do this. Set this, and then like you just pretty much like do Jet Synchron.
Yeah.
That's only if you open like Airlifter and this combine.
Yeah.
But your hand has to be like really good.
And do you use the Jet Synchron to synchro with Diabellstar too? Because that's a 7, right?
Yeah, 7 plus 4, 8, 1 equals 8, which is a Boros Savage.
Yep.
You just have to make like Linkaribo first.
Of course.
Just to get the 1 negate.
Oh,
in order to play around Turbulence. Like, you have a way to play around Turbulence. Actually but this card actually is really good. I didn't do the draw effect very much. I only resolved it like twice. But it's the fact that this is an extender itself. This was really nice that you can send from the field too, besides the hand. So if you want to trigger, like, that's how I was able to put everything in rotation with Preventer. Because you sent Preventer, Banish Turbulence. That actually did happen today. My round 4 opponent did not know that you can do it from field 2.
Shout out to West.
He didn't know. That's fine.
Nope.
He now knows.
Now he knows.
And that's it for like the engine, and this is like, it's like this deck. This engine reminds me of like the Adventure engine, but a lot better.
Yeah.
Because it's like a cycle.
And smaller too. Definitely a lot smaller and better.
Non-engine. Ashes Lure, the best card in this deck specifically.
Yep.
Because you run cards like, which I'll show you in the extra deck, that you can potentially add this back from the graveyard. Imperm's like, fine. I just didn't really see this very much.
Would you say it's kind of mid?
It did its job, so
okay.
It's fine. But I didn't see it very much.
Okay.
Same thing with this one. I didn't even decro a lot of people today.
Yo.
So like pretty much the non-engine is like.
That do you think it's a 3-0 like here in San Francisco when you're playing? Do you think you're gonna play against a bunch of people who are pretty much gonna use graveyard-based effect?
I think for now I'm just like messing around with one, not the non-engine, because this used to be Fenrir's, and then this used to be like something else. I'm also not running Product Prosperity because that's why I was able to have room for non-engine. So I'm taking 2 talents and I'll call by because you getting Ash in general just doesn't feel very good.
True. You don't need Prosperity because maybe you're looking to search for Airlifter or a way to get into Hydrant, but when you have the Diabellstar stuff, that's pretty much more Prosperity.
I still think it's worth considering running Prosperity though, because even if the Diabellstar cards boost up the consistency, you're just not going to see it every time.
True. You can also search for hand traps too with Prosperity if you really want to end your turn.
Hand traps, follow up.
Yeah.
Impulse is also a hand trap too in a way, so you can search that. But the D cross meant for like tier, but I didn't see any tier.
True.
But
not a lot of tier this time. Last week though, there was like 6 tier players.
But even if you don't know what hand trap you want to run, DD Crow is actually a lot more flexible because it has more applications against like other matchups.
Yeah.
Tier, besides tier, Chimera, you just banish the spell.
Chimera, Manade, you can even do it to Manadian. You can do the Synchron.
You need a way to deal with Purely too, because you just target the quick play and then you can't rank up with the Pure Lily.
Yep. It's so good. It's so many good applications right now.
You just want them to not rank up.
Yeah.
Plus, it's a nice out against Purely too, and other random matchups.
Yeah. So, 10 out of 10. Highly recommend DD Crow inside the deck.
Not sure about main, but probably somewhere on the side. It's just the last 3 flex spots that you can like play if you just don't know what non-engine you want to run.
True. Okay, that does the main deck.
That's the main deck. This is 40 cards. This is the first time in a long time I played 40 cards. I always like 41, 42 cards, but a deck like this where you need more consistency, you want to see all your engine cards.
Gotcha.
So,
Gotcha.
this is one of those decks. That 40 is mandatory.
Definitely, you want to draw your cards. Here we
You also
go.
want to see your Airlifter at times.
Yes, you do.
Alright, so
Extra deck time?
synchros.
Okay.
The Barone and Savage.
Oh, Return of the King himself, Borrelot Savage.
This is only if you do the Jet Synchron play. So it's like Fury, you can end on Savage because the Diabellstar and the Jet Synchron 7+1 is this.
Yes.
And then Barone is Turbulence plus Jet Synchron equals this.
Just think I'm putting in work, so much work.
But I didn't do all that. This might be cut because in terms of this,
Yes.
even though like you have a way to play around Imperm with this, it still feels like you're overcommitting.
Yeah.
Whereas this can be like any time. As long as you have Jet Synchron and Turbulence, that's fine.
Understandable. Two of the best synchro monsters ever printed too, gotta say.
Like if I wanted to keep playing Jet Synchron, I probably would just keep playing this, but probably not play this. But we'll see. I need more testing on this.
Sure.
And then Dweller. I play Puzzlino still.
Dweller for tier matchups.
Tier Unchained. But if those two decks are not as popular as I hope for, or it's declining popularity, I'm not saying like they're bad decks. It's just that the format is just way too diverse for these two cards too.
Yeah, you gotta have them. You have to have them for the option. No doubt about that.
Plus the Puzzlino, you can just make anything rank 4. That's another reason why Preventer is so good, is because of this.
If you want to make your favorite card, Gigantic Spray.
Yeah, do not play the Ibly Lock. Ibly Lock is not very good this format.
Yeah, you heard it from the man himself. He went 4-0 with no Ibly.
Well, it's not it's not even just that. It's just it's not even just that. Like, cause this card's a thing now.
Oh boy!
SP Little Knight. You can make SP Little Knight. It's from everyone's decks,
Yes.
and then
Everybody who owns it.
and then I actually ending this is actually pretty crazy.
That card alone is already like a removal.
It's an interruption itself. It also plays around Nib and Imperm. You need a way to play around Nib and Imperm, because this deck feels like it can lose to almost every hand drop in the game.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
But that's what you have emergency for.
true. But then you'll be forced to emergency if your hand's not that best.
True, but this here, you can make that anytime when you feel like you need to.
Yeah, ending on this is actually not bad. Because this and then 4 sets along with like an extra body is nice.
It is.
Even though you're playing SPO Knight,
Yes.
you still play this because you need a way to deal with back row, and then you use this as a way to deal with going second.
Nightmare cards still putting in work after like 4 years from their release.
Yes, because like SP can only do so much, but this also helps you link climb. If this is alive, if SP's still alive for like another turn, you can link climb very easily. It's a guaranteed like link 3, and then it links into this.
Oh boy, there it is.
Access code.
Oh boy, access. You gotta have that foreign access code.
Yeah.
You gotta love it.
I access code a lot. I access code a lot today, which is pretty cool.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Link once, Almirage, and Link Karibo.
Yep.
This is how you do the Boar Savage line with the Jet Synchron. But they're cool. It's fine.
Amaraj is cool. We take those.
These are my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh cards right now. The Charmers.
Oh, Dark and Hida.
Hida is so nice for this deck because your deck's on fire. You play the mirror match. Dark is nice because Diabellstar is a dark, and Link Karibo's a dark.
That's so true too.
And
Love
then
it, gotta love it. There it is.
Sunlight Wolf, and then this is only good if you get hand trap a lot, or if you just open Hydrant by itself.
Yeah.
Then you need more cards. but you're still drawing cards though. So it's cards.
Ooh, that's great.
Because this is because another reason why you play Link Garibo is because if you want to make a Heat Soul line.
They've evolved so much. Like I remember when he used to have the Proxy F Magicians and the Mud Dragon now, but you don't need those anymore because of SP Little Knights and everything, huh?
No, because I just don't want to make a lot of space to use. But they're good cards. But that's why SP's for.
Yeah, SP does pretty much everything those cards want to do. Okay, this is it. This is the deal breaker right here.
Side deck, I didn't really like change too much because I didn't have time to change.
Okay.
I did like a 3x5 side.
You got it.
3 duel.
Of course.
I did not. I see this a lot. It put in work. Although I think my last round, I think this got called by, and then I guess the hero player, it did its job.
Dude, you draw and lock a hero player, they're just sad.
I did not.
Bless you.
I did not resolve this very much, but it's still.
Hey, the question is Nib good this format?
That I need to test it more.
I don't think it's good anymore, especially from what I'm seeing nowadays.
I just think it's just a good. You need a way to deal with combo, but I think that's another reason why I like Droll still.
Yeah.
Because you need a way to deal with Manadium. Manadium is crazy.
It is crazy, but again, that's what Nib's for.
I just like a combination of these.
True.
Just as
it covers your ground.
It also, open format like this, when new sets are legal, they just probably might not have any idea what's going on.
You respect rogue decks. It's best to respect the rogue decks that
you want to respect as many decks as possible. You also want to cover as much ground.
Yeah, definitely. I feel you on that.
Same thing with the Bystials. The Bystials were...
Oh, a really small package this time. Wow. Just 3? Whoa.
If Unchained and Tier are getting less popular, like I said, same thing with the Dweller, I could just take this out entirely.
You're right, because you have DD Crow.
You have DD Crow, but I do like about the fact that it's a guaranteed body. But I wouldn't know how good these are because I haven't faced a lot of Tier lately.
Okay.
If I have room, I'd probably play one more of this.
I'd say, yeah. I would say 3 Druid Swarm, 1 Magnemite.
I could just take up this, because Druids, you need a way to deal with Unchained.
Yeah, that's also true, too.
The sending's nice. And then, back row removal. Just...
everybody's favorites. Blitzstorm and Harvey's Feather Duster.
You need a way to deal with the mirror.
You do.
This is actually a nice way to deal with the mirror.
That's pretty nice. Hey, you gotta deal with the Pearly back rows too. Can't let them get away with that.
I pretty much just side in like every matchup possible, because against like Chimera, they can play Floodgates. You still have to deal with back row somehow.
True.
And any deck that plays Floodgates, like Tikaboo or anything.
Dude, our local resident hero player also runs Floodgates too, man.
Yeah,
you saw that rivalry, right?
And I mean, any form of Floodgates, any form of back row, you want to get rid of as much as possible. That's how you lose to. That's just again Imperm again on the Turbulence does not feel good either.
No, it does not.
So, and then this is my going first card, Judgment, because you need a way to protect the set 4 back rows.
Yep, that's if you don't have the since you're not running the like Therion King. Regulus. So without that, you don't have a form of negate. So this is your negate.
Besides
you have you have negates. You have Borreload and you have.
But you need to open really good in order for it to make Burrow.
There
are also times you don't see the judgments, but this is a much more flexible going first in an open format like this.
You're right.
And stopping normal summons against like some matchups is actually nice.
And Dark Ruin no more, man. Making a comeback.
It could be.
Okay, I like it. And there we have it, everybody. That's the first place list. You got a shout out for anybody?
Shout out to my friends and family for helping me or supporting me in this game. Shout out to Jesse too for helping me build the deck.
I like it. Yeah, Jesse's he helps you a lot.
Yes.
I like it, man. So it's great. Thank you so much, and good luck to your future tournaments, Adrian.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
All right.